Hey yo, welcome back, ladies and gents, to another episode of the Swell Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about cartoons, and there's going to be a little sub-series on the channel where we already have one going, well, two are already going. It's the normal podcast format where we just talk about things, and then we have Console Wars. Expect another episode of Console Wars eventually, because I need redemption. And I say that plain. I need redemption. Yes, I will. Yes, I will, because we're going to talk about the 2000s, baby.
Exactly, I'm going to take the PS2.
That's not how that works. You cannot fight me on that. You're going to have to go back to the GameCube, you loser.
Alright,
Anyways, we're talking about cartoons. And for this sort of sub-series, we're going to talk about networks, you know? Funny enough, we're talking about Cartoon Network for the first one. But we're going to talk about networks and what those networks have to offer cartoon-wise. We'll give our thoughts on the best cartoon, forgotten cartoon, worst cartoons, and just so on and so forth. We'll just go vicariously through that, you know? We're just going to continue that way with that format. If you would like anything else to change, just let us know how you feel about it all, because this is something that I personally like a lot because I'm a big fan of cartoons. I would imagine that Angel is as well, but I've always enjoyed cartoons a lot. They've been a large part of my childhood, my teenage life, and my adult life coming up now.
Right.
And I very much like talking about them. Angel?
I mean, are we just going to jump into this and talk about cartoons, or do you just want my, opinion on cartoons?
Your opinions on cartoons. I want your opinions on cartoons.
Well, like most of the people, I would assume that would be our demographic, right? People our age.
Yeah.
I grew up with cartoons, I was on Cartoon Network. I was on Jetix back when that was a thing.
No, Digimon was on there, bro.
Bro, you right?
Digimon was on there, bro. Beyblade was on there too.
You remember that? Hold on. Real fast. You remember that show, Puka?
I love Puka. Puka.
Alright, good, because, everyone I've talked to, no one remembers that shit. Okay, and you also remember Domo, right?
The bear?
Okay, I think you know what I'm on about. Anyway,
was it the claymation one?
Was it claymation? Hold on.
I think it was. No, there's no hold up. Just continue.
All right, fine. The point is, I have a lot of early fond memories about specific shows, and on various networks. But like you mentioned, right now we're talking about Cartoon Network, and specifically for Cartoon Network. The thing I remember most vividly is Johnny Test, and we're gonna go into that as the episode progresses.
We're gonna talk about Johnny Test because I have some controversial topics about Johnny Test, but we're gonna jump right into it with a very hard question, bro. We're gonna go with best cartoon on Cartoon Network, maybe ever. We're gonna go ever in your opinion. And I'm gonna start this off, and I'm gonna say Over the Garden Wall. And there's a cult following for that show.
You didn't even ask the question.
I did. I said, what's the best cartoon on Cartoon Network?
Oh, okay. Wait, right now or just to ever air?
Ever air. To ever air.
Oh,
what's the best episode of cartoon? What's the best cartoon on Cartoon Network to ever air? And for me, I'm gonna say Over the Garden Wall. Many people would suspect me to say maybe Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Billy and Mandy, Ed and Eddie. No, I'm going to say Over the Garden Wall. And
somewhere
it is 11 short episodes. 10 short episodes to be exact.
Somewhere out there, Ulysse is just reeing out of his fucking mind.
Yeah, for Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
Bro, it's 10 short episodes. That's all it is. 10 short episodes of Over the Garden Wall. And they tell the most amazing story of two brothers trying to find their way home. One just being awkward, the other one being a little special. Tells the best story possible of two brothers trying to get home and what that whole journey means to them. There's so many things that they learn throughout the entire thing, so many adventures that they have to go on. And the thing about it is, a little spoiler, it all takes place in one night. It's like JoJo. Or JoJo Part 5 takes place in 7 days.
Can we go through one episode without mentioning JoJo?
It has literally been 5 minutes, and No, we cannot.
Whoa, you can't give me shit about breaking the fourth wall when you're gonna do it too.
No, I'm not breaking the fourth wall because right now would literally be 5 minutes into the video if anybody was watching, you dingus.
Oh, okay, my bad. Alright.
You are a bonobo.
You are not a clown, you are the entire circus, sir. Anyway, for me...
You?
Okay.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
I have to think about this. I want to say all round. I think it's going to be Teen Titans. Like, if I'm not talking about like.
Not Go. We're talking about Teen Titans general.
Huh? No, not Go. Yeah,
Not Go.
Definitely not Go.
I like.
Right. I feel. Yeah, so do I. I feel like Go gets a lot of shit.
Because it gets a lot of shit because it's not Teen Titans. It's not what they want.
Yeah, and I understand that you would be mad, but.
You smelly nerd, you're not getting your season 4 for like another 2 years, stupid.
But it's okay because you got the movie, right?
You got a movie that gave you a hint to season 4. Smelly.
Yeah, but I genuinely think that if we're talking like objective, I think it might be Teen Titans. I really do.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because it's got the perfect blend of comedy, you know, of drama, overarching story. Actually, yeah, mainly those 3 things.
I'll be honest with you.
Like, it had a lot of quality, just like for a kid show.
The show did, right? I don't think the thing is that the year it came out was like, what, like 2004 when Teen Titans first aired on Cartoon Network. 2003. That was like,
yeah,
that's when Samurai Jack and all that other stuff was out, where they were taking a more edgier approach,
right,
to their cartoons. So I don't even think it was targeted towards children, because it definitely wasn't. It was targeted towards just like people our age, that would be our age at that time, right? The cool kids. And
cool kids.
It was like, it was like that's what it was targeted to. But I'm gonna have to fight you on that comedy one.
Comedy one?
I'm gonna have to fight you on that comedy.
I'm not saying it's the best.
No, you said it had the perfect blend of like the perfect blend of comedy. I'll be 100% honest with you, and I'm probably gonna shit for it. I never really thought Teen Titans was funny. And I say that in the sense of I've always seen Teen Titans like the nitty gritty. Like it's always been hard hitting and like dark and broody and like edgy.
Yeah, okay.
So like I don't see I never saw the comedy in it. Even when they were like talking about pizza and like Cyborg would say booyah, and like it was like supposed to be comedically timed when like they like, for example, the episode where they all put on Robin's suit. And they're all eating pizza, and then Robin walks in and is like, "Why are you all wearing my suit?" That was supposed to be funny, but Robin's character isn't funny.
Right.
Like it's not funny. Like it was supposed to be perfectly timed. And if I'm correct, it's which variation? Rob, is it Dick Grayson that's playing? Yeah, it is Dick Grayson. That's the Dick Grayson Robin. And he's not serious whatsoever. I said he's not serious. He's not funny whatsoever. He keeps his body is a temple to him. His mindset is a temple to him. He wants to make everything perfect, you know? And that's right. Like he's never been funny. And they tried very hard in the Teen Titans to make sure that the entire show could be funny.
Right.
And I understand the time period was in like 2003, 2004, but like it didn't work for me personally, even as a kid. Cuz like I as a kid, you know, kids find the dumbest shit funny, you know? Like all the shit that happens. So I think I there was never a time in SpongeBob where I wasn't laughing. But like for Cartoon Network and like Teen Titans, I think me personally, I didn't think Teen Titans was funny. Not even like the zany, wacky humor that they were trying to give off with Starfire, or like, hold up, like it was borderline racist, bro. Where like she couldn't speak proper English, and like they were making fun of the fact that like she had to use a different language at times for certain words, and they were like, Starfire, this is America, bro. Take it easy.
No, but like, it's just the fact that like every character had their own arc, they had their own depth. No one really had time that was like taken away from them. Everybody felt like they had a lot of development.
No, they 100% did. Everyone had perfect character development, especially Robin. You know, the Red X is still one of my favorite things ever. You know, it's just like back to my topic on the funny thing. I just didn't think it was funny. Character development wise, perfect. Funny, no. It's like it just wasn't funny to me, man. It's like I never understood like that sort of comedy, where it's just like, cause I get it was like 2000, like the early 2000s, where like everything in the early 2000s, just samey humor, where like they want to make everything just sort of random. It sort of happened again like the 2000s, like the late 2010s, where like everything was just sort of random humor, you know. But like in that, it was just sort of like random, relatable humor that like didn't really fit the Teen Titans if you knew what the Teen Titans were.
Ooh, okay.
It's just like that stuff I didn't find funny. And it's not that I knew what the Teen Titans were as a kid, because I definitely didn't. It's just I didn't think it was funny. Like I agree with everything else you said. Like everything else you said, you know.
Yeah.
Like character development, amazing. Story, amazing. Well, I'm just gonna stay on the podcast if I didn't that out, but everything about that, like, it's amazing, you know? I get what you mean. I get why, in your words, it would maybe be the best Cartoon Network on that, on Cartoon Network of all time, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm sticking with Over Garden Wall. Everything about it's fine, fantastic, and I would, kiss the frog that's in it. Make me a scaly, make me a slimy, I don't know. Something.
Oh, no. Chief,
let's forget about that. Just like we're gonna talk about the most forgettable cartoon to ever air.
No, give me a second. Hold on. I'm gonna do the bit.
Don't do the bit. What are you doing? What is this? God, what's going on? What happened?
He said it ain't it.
That was so dumb.
That was such a shit joke, but I made it.
That was so dumb, bro. He like, man, he left the Discord call. DM called me and then hung up.
That was cheap.
So dumb.
He called to say it ain't it.
That was so dumb. That was so beyond stupid, man. But let's forget about that and talk about the most forgettable cartoon to air on that network.
Oh, most forgettable?
Most forgettable, like, when you think of Cartoon Network, what's the... Because, man, there's a lot of, like, forgettable cartoons on that entire, like...
The Problem Solvers. That's easily, like, the most forgettable, and it's probably the worst cartoon that they did.
The animated one?
Yes, The Problem Solvers. If you recall that at all.
Yeah, I do recall The Problem Solvers, and I'll explain why I recall them. Because while doing this entire thing, we were originally going to film this with Ben, who will be on the podcast for the JoJo episode. And I asked him the same question, but like I think offline or something. And I said, yo, what's like the most forgettable cartoon you can think of? And the first thing he said was The Problem Solvers. And then I asked two other people, and they said the exact same thing. So I was like, this isn't forgettable at all. Everyone remembers the fucking Problem Solvers. I think I remember because it came out in 2010 when Cartoon Network was in this weird state. And it was like...
Wait, Joe DiMaggio was in The Problem Solvers? Okay, that's just weird.
Bro. Shit. The Problem Solvers is just a shit show, you know? Came out in 2010. It was awful. And it's bad. But if you ask me personally, what's the most forgettable cartoon to air on Cartoon Network? Let me see. Out of Jimmy's Head. Out of Jimmy's Head is the most forgettable thing to air on Cartoon Network. And a lot of people will sit here now and go, God damn, what is Out of Jimmy's Head?
I don't know what that is.
I want you to look up Out of Jimmy's Head.
I am currently on the IMDb listing for it. The Misadventure. I actually remember commercials of this whole
Out of Jimmy's Head.
Wait.
Also, we're joined by a very special guest in the form of Wee Wee Bark Bark.
You should probably. This is Nick's special friend, Lily.
This is my wover. Wee Wee Bark Bark.
I wasn't alerted there was a podcast. Hello.
Hello, baby. We're here for.
Oh, don't do that.
We're here for another episode, Lily, and we're talking about most forgettable cartoons and stuff like that. Cartoon Network. But I'm actually the same question, Lily. Put you on blast. What's the most forgettable cartoon to air on Cartoon Network, in your opinion?
I watched almost I don't know how many exactly. So many episodes of Foster's Home and Imaginary Friends, and I don't remember a single one. Like, every single time it aired, I watched it. I don't remember anything. Like,
yeah, I sort of get what you mean.
Huh.
I remember episodes of Ed and Eddie. And this isn't Cartoon Network, but I remember plenty of episodes of SpongeBob. I don't remember anything about that show. I remember the characters. I remember that guy who really liked cheese. And
yeah, his name was
it.
Cheese, bro. And he didn't like cheese, like chocolate milk. I like chocolate milk. That was his catchphrase.
No, he said cheese.
No, his name was Cheese. Because I remember they made the best joke of all time. Main character's name was Mac. And the old lady, Mrs. Foster, walks up to him and says, "So you're telling me that you're Mac and he's Cheese?" And I remember as a child, I was like, bro, this is comedy gold. Who let this happen? Why is this the peak of humor on my screen?
Also, Nick,
That's good.
as I'm looking at this, what was the cartoon that you brought up?
Out of Jimmy's Head.
Out of Jimmy's Head? I don't remember Out of Jimmy's Head. I remember the trailer for the movie Reanimated. It seems like
it's the same thing.
Way.
Out of Jimmy's Head is the show that spawned off of that movie.
That is awful. All right.
It was the first live action thing to be put on Cartoon Network.
Oh, I remember that.
Out of Jimmy's Head, yeah. I remember this fondly because I think it was my 10th birthday. And what year did that come out by chance, Angel? The movie.
If it was your 10th birthday, maybe 2000.
2006.
2006. All right, I was 6, bro. And I believe it came out February 21st. And
it came out in December.
All right, wrong shit. I think it was Out of Jimmy's Head, bro.
Out of Jimmy's Head? Let me check.
Probably February 21st.
Out of Jimmy's Head, it aired from 2007 to 2008.
Not telling you when it came out, bro?
I'm on IMDb. I could probably find the wiki list. Hold on.
Because I believe Out of Jimmy's Head.
Out of Jimmy's Head. Shoot. Oh, okay. The original air date for Reanimated was December 8th, 2006. For Out of Jimmy's Head, the first episode came out on September 14th, 2007.
Alright, never mind. It didn't air on my birthday, but I remember watching it on my birthday in 2006 or something. And I was like, this is going to be so good. This is going to be amazing. Oh my god, my 6-year-old brain, dude. This is going to be so good. And it was President's Day, bro. And they aired it. And I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, bro. I love this.
I remember seeing ads and just went, and then switching to Boomerang.
Bro, I was like, bro, this is so good, bro. I can't, my brain is, I love this dude. And then I remember watching and I was like, he got schizophrenia.
Yes, Tia Buffalo.
I was like, he got schizophrenia. And then the only reason I knew the word schizophrenia was probably because of my fucking SJW kindergarten teacher that would screech about world problems and schizophrenia. I'm like, oh, we got schizophrenia. Yeah, genuinely. And I think Out of Jimmy's Head was maybe the most forgettable thing that they've ever aired. Weirdly enough, it's the first anime live action thing that they've done. And then they have the video game one that I don't know if anybody remembers. The live action video game show that they had.
I don't think you're remembering right, because I think that was Nickelodeon.
No, it was Cartoon Network. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Level Up?
Level Up, yep. That's what it's called.
Was that?
That was Cartoon Network.
What? Okay, no. Level Up?
Cartoon Network. Okay. I'm looking it up right now. Level Up was the show on Cartoon Network.
Oh, that's genuinely hurting my... I had to, go back. I had to put myself under, fucking subconscious...
Literally, and I say this proudly, alright? The whole concept of this game, the show, was that they were playing League of Legends.
No.
Yes, it was. It 100% was. Yes, they were in League of Legends, bro.
They were not in League of Legends.
Yes, they were. They were in League of Legends.
Don't make me Google Level Up.
I'm looking at it, bro. They were playing World of Warcraft and League of Legends.
You know what? Level Up TV show. I'm looking to shut. There's no way it was League. There's no way. Or hold on.
Was it different games? Level Up came out in 2012.
I mean, look, I would expect it to be like, I would expect them to announce like, oh, it's League of Legends, but like, I don't even expect it to be a MOBA. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It was League.
Alright.
What is this? Wait, what's Anime? Dude. Anime Amino is the app where people get to like talk to each other, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't. That's not a sponsor or anything, but like, I looked up the Google images, and I'm gonna put it in the video. Someone made an SAO versus level up comparison.
That's awful. Also, this looks more like WoW than anything.
The gameplay was League, bro.
It looks more like WoW. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Gameplay was League, dude.
Oh, this looks so bad.
The black dude played Rise.
Okay. Alright, sure. Yo, dude, you could buy the Level Up Season 1 Episode 1 movie for $5.99 on YouTube?
Yo, you can buy it on Amazon for $7.33, bro. The YouTube deals are where it's at.
Dude, the YouTube deals are where it's at.
The Wikipedia is fucking... Oh my god, they have a fandom. Level Up Wikipedia, and there's one character called Wizard. The wizard?
Okay.
Man, this
Black
show was
Death.
buns.
Sir Bickle.
I remember the worst thing about this show was that there was one character, and I don't remember what his name was. There was one character, I think it was maybe Dante. He had web feet.
And that was the entire thing.
Like, it was so dumb, because I remember that's like the one thing I really took out of this. He had web feet, and like in one episode they showed, like, they zoom in on his web feet.
And that's all you remember?
That's all I remember from the show, that he had web feet.
Huh.
That was probably it. Level Up sucked. Level Up was a bad show. And I'm very grateful that Cartoon Network decided to not do that anymore. But they didn't stop there, folks, because they had such shows as Dude, What Would Happen, which I very much liked.
You know what? That is like a prelude to all the internet like challenge shit that you see today.
Yeah. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
I like Dude, What Would Happen. Thank you. I very much did like Dude, What Would Happen. And there was a show with Andrew WK where two teams would like build shit and they'd blow shit up.
Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about.
I like that show. The show's good. But there was one show called Incredible Crew. Nick Cannon, I'm looking at you, bro, because you made that shit. It was awful, bro. I don't know why you did that. But the only good thing that we got out of that is that the voice actor for Finn, eventually, he was in Incredible Crew. And that's how he got his job.
Huh. Yeah, that's cool.
So he got his job, bro. All because he was in Incredible Crew. But that's fine, bro. That's completely fine. Because that gives us another situation, you know? They're all bad shows, right? They're all bad live action shows. But in your opinion, what's the worst cartoon? That's the next question. What is the worst cartoon?
Okay. Like I mentioned,
ooh,
it's either going to be, for me, Problem Solvers or Uncle Grandpa.
Ooh, I'm squaring up because I love me some Uncle Grandpa.
Ah, I see. You are an autistic child for which this was made for.
I love Uncle. I remember there was one episode on Grandpa, and I used to do this all the time, where he was just on the couch and he'd go, "I'm slouching on the couch, slouching on the couch, slouching." And I was like, bro, this is the best show I've ever watched in my life. Uncle Grandpa had a flying RV. I was like, yo. And he had Auntie Grandma, who's a baddie, bro.
Okay.
Okay.
No, but in all seriousness, go ahead, Lily.
Was the new Powderpuff Girls that come out on Power? I always pronounce it Powder.
Powderpuff Girls, a new one?
Yeah, did it come out on Cartoon Network?
Yeah, it did, and it was very good.
I remember I always loved the Powderpuff Girls when I was growing up. I was like, I made a point to watch the first episode because I was like, okay, maybe this might be good. And it wasn't.
Weirdly enough, they fixed it. It was because the creator was such a weird dude. The guy that was rewriting it, he was so weird. He would like draw himself with Blossom getting married in his underwear.
Yeah. OCS, like.
And then he
put himself into the put himself into the whole story.
cartoon. Yeah, he did. He put himself in the story. The girls had to save him. He had a crush on Blossom. It was really weird, but then they fired him and he got arrested, I believe, and then they had someone else write the show, and that's where they introduced the first black Powerpuff Girl.
Oh yeah.
And that's when the show like actually was like pretty good. I don't know if like it's still airing anymore.
It is.
Well, I mean, if it is, then good for them, because like there's obviously people watching it.
Yeah.
Because it must have gotten better. Because I don't think, because like they canceled Uncle Grandpa, and they canceled what I personally think is the worst cartoon. And a lot of people are gonna give me shit on this because this falls in the same realm as Uncle Grandpa and Power Problem Solvers, because they sort of come from the same people. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome, bro. That show was the worst. That is the worst show ever. That show was absolutely disgusting. It was terrible. It was bad. It was a terrible show. It was garbage. Did I say terrible? I'm gonna say it again. It was terrible. Secret Mountain Fort Awesome. There was a pimple, and he would walk around. He was nerdy, and there was a big purple dude, and he sucked, and he wore mom jeans. A bad show. Show sucked.
You know what really sucked to me?
What?
And you're gonna hate this, Nick. Camp Laszlo.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Is it-
Laszlo.
Laszlo.
What do you mean?
I remember whenever that fucking came up, I just went straight to Nickelodeon, or I even went to like Animal Planet. Like I was like anything.
Hey, hold up. All right. I'm not to deviate from this entire episode, but Animal Planet used to be the shit, man. You had like top 10 extreme animals.
Yo, they had river monsters on there, bro. The show was heat. They had pit bulls and parolees.
Dude,
I don't know about that.
You don't know about pit bulls and parolees?
oh my god, dude, we could genuinely make this another episode. But going back to
Animal
Secret, hell yeah,
Secret Mountain
Animal
Fort Awesome.
Planet History Channel. But anyway, Secret Mountain Fort Awesome.
Sucked. Show sucked. Show was bad. Show was so bad. That show was absolute dog shit.
Oh my god, I almost had so many questions because I'm actually on the wiki for it right now.
Yeah.
And if you look on there, it says story David P. Smith, and then on the bottom it says Dave Tennant. I read David Tennant and I was so confused. I was like, what the fuck is the doctor doing writing this garbage?
Why is he writing Secret Mountain? I thought as a kid it was so good, right?
Well,
Because
yeah,
like it's all fart humor. And this came out in like,
That's what you like.
yeah, when I was a kid I was in like fart humor, dude. And like just being a really gross kid.
I remember whenever I like saw fart humor when I was growing up, I was just like, this is uncultured. I don't like this.
Oh,
White.
okay. That's wild, but kind of true.
Because you're white, dude.
Oh, what do you mean?
No, you white people were brought up to know what is uncultured and what isn't.
Oh my god.
It's fine.
Feels bad, man.
I guess.
Because you're not white anymore. You're mixed.
What?
You're mixed now, Queen. No, but like back on the topic of you hating Camp Laszlo, I'm genuinely upset. I'm genuinely upset. That show was so good.
I'm not
And
kidding.
there's a scene where he picks up a wig and goes, wig, and they all gasp.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think that Camp Laszlo deserves like worst spot, but I wasn't that big of a fan. I'm so honest.
Because you kids got small brains. You guys got small brains.
I
small
think the
brain
small
syndrome.
brain one is you here.
No, Camp Laszlo is
No,
real good.
I'm not
They
gonna
played
tell
Camp Laszlo between reruns of Powerpuff Girls and like.
What do you mean between reruns of Powerpuff Girls? They'd give reruns of Powerpuff Girls between Camp Laszlo, you stupid monkey.
No.
Damn, why are you? Damn,
Not because
you
I'm
are
tight, bro,
passionate
because I'm
about-
tight, bro. I'm tight. I'm telling you, I'm tight. I'll fight
Tight.
anybody, including Lily. Because Camp Laszlo is a gem, and nobody will besmirch Camp Laszlo. I'm gonna look up the genius lyrics for their theme song right now.
No. You should make the opening song. The opening theme. Laszlo was his name.
Camp Laszlo. Bro, that show
Actually,
is so good,
you know,
bro.
You know who would destroy me right now for saying that?
Who?
No.
Ulysses.
Oh god, of course.
Ulysses would just.
Repeat after me, boys. Repeat after me, alright? You ready?
Alright.
There were two scouts who made a friend, and
Shut
Laszlo
up.
what his name was. Lazlo, 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 and Laszlo was his name.
All right, hold on. If we're talking about like openings for
No, that's a later question.
for cartoons, nah. I'm gonna ask the question right now.
No,
all
that's
right?
a later question, bro.
Nah, right now. Come on, we all gave our.
All right, listen, I'm be real with you then. I'm be very real with you. And I don't like the
Ready.
fan base. I don't like the fan base. I really
Oh
don't.
shit!
I
Okay,
really
wait.
don't.
I forgot you haven't dropped the bombshell.
I don't like the fan base, and I say this proudly. Steven Universe fan base, fuck you. Hate you people, right?
I thought
Hate
we were
everything
talking
about you.
Earlier shit, not.
No, we're talking about best theme now, right? So it's like Steven Universe fan base, I hate you. I hate you people. You guys suck.
Wait, hold
Guys are
on. If we're
garbage.
talking about best theme, hold on, because you told me when you were planning to bring this up. Would you like to give your opinion on Steven Universe, Nick? I'll just make the question directed toward you.
All right, listen. All right, my opinion on Steven Universe is simple. Steven
Okay.
Universe had the potential, or still does have the potential, because they have a movie coming up. They have the potential to be an amazing, amazing show, you know? And they're on their whatever season they're on now, and good for them that they're still going. But Rebecca Sugar is a terrible human being. She's absolute dog shit. She's garbage. I hate her. She is bad.
She plays the ukulele,
That-
and she loves you.
No,
I'm gonna say.
Rebecca Sugar is a terrible person, terrible human being. She's bad. She's garbage. Hate
Would you like to
Rebecca
elaborate on
No.
why?
Sugar. No, because then I will get sued. I will just say Rebecca Sugar is a terrible human being.
What do you
With
mean
no
you're going to get
context.
sued?
I will get. Listen, she's gonna say it's
Hey.
all slander, okay?
Look, we're going to already get dislikes from just like you saying that, so you might as well go all the way.
No.
my guy.
I'll go
Why?
in on a
Can I
different
get
episode.
our can I get our fan base back and just say one thing?
What's good?
I can assure that everyone in this call right now loves
Okay.
Total Drama Island.
I love Total Drama Island with the passion.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
Total
good,
Drama.
good.
We're all pro Total Drama Island.
Nigga, I was
Yeah.
pro Izzy. And there's this one really good song, bro, in like Total Drama
What?
World. There was this one really
Okay,
good
wait,
song
wait.
in Total Drama World Tour, dude. I was pro Owen and Izzy, dog. Like I shipped them as children,
Me
bro.
too.
Alright.
I like shipped them all. I was like,
Bro, cause it was like this. It was like this, dude. There's this one song, right? And like, yo, I think about this, cause like, bro, like I didn't have no girlfriend when I was 10, bro. But like, I felt it, Owen. When like him and Izzy broke up in Total Drama World Tour, he was like, "Oh, Izzy, oh." I was like, bro, please, who let this happen? Oh, and I feel you, my boy. I was like crying at like 10.
Wait.
I was like, bro.
Alright, hold on. What's her, or not Izzy, but you guys both said Izzy, and I was so offended because I thought that Izzy was one of the blonde ones, the really dumb one, the one with the hairband.
oh,
And I
I
don't mean-
loved
I-
her.
What was her name?
I don't
I
mean,
was like, that's me.
I don't say dumb with contempt, I just mean like that was one of her character traits, that she was a ditz, right?
Yeah.
I forgot what her name was.
I think
like, I
it's
remember Gwen.
Lindsay.
I remember Trent. Is it Lindsay?
Yeah, it's Lindsay.
It's something stupid like Lindsay or Stacy.
Yeah, it's Lindsay. It's Lindsay.
No, Stacy was the brown, like, brunette one. The one who was like, I will sue your ass. Right?
That was Heather.
No, Heather was the mean white.
Heather
white
was
girl,
the
one
Asian.
with the black.
Okay.
No, Heather wasn't the Asian.
Heather was the Asian.
The asshole is Courtney.
Oh no, Courtney was the one that was like, I'll sue your ass.
Yeah.
Courtney's the brown
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Wait, who is Stacy? Was there a Stacy? Hold
No,
on.
wait,
There's
no,
a,
'cause
there's a Katie. There's a Katie and a Sadie.
Katie and Sadie.
Katie, those were the twins. Not the twins. Like
Okay.
they couldn't be separated or they grow hives.
Because
Oh,
Heather
okay.
was the Asian woman, right? Then
No,
Gwen was the goth. Izzy was the wild one. Lindsay was the blonde one.
Wait. You said Heather was the goth? Gwen was the goth.
No, Gwen was
Gwen
the
was the
goth. I
goth.
said Heather was the Asian.
Wait, Heather wasn't Asian, was
Yes,
she? She was white.
No, Heather
She was white with
Asian.
black hair.
I'm
She
telling
had like
you,
the red. She was red. She had like a red shirt with like brown, like no, not brown, like greenish like shorts.
Hold
right?
up, bro. Hold up.
No, that's
hold up.
Izzy.
That's
No.
Izzy.
Izzy.
No,
Hold
wait,
on.
no. Heather had black hair, right, and green shorts. I know what you're talking about,
Yeah,
but she was
that's-
definitely
that's
Asian.
what- She's Asian?
Yes, Heather's definitely Asian.
I think that's just your like.
That might be my. Yeah, that might just be.
That might be just your internalized racism.
Actually, you know what?
I
I
don't
think
even-
she might be Asian.
I think Heather's genuine. Yeah, remember the scene where like her titties get like ripped off?
Shut. Okay.
Nah, where like her shirt gets ripped off and like Cody sees her tits.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I was like, bro, what? And then she had a
Huh.
mullet for a while.
Bro, I had a crush on Owen.
Makes a lot of sense. But,
You know what?
bro, I think Heather was Asian.
Yeah, I think. Now looking at yeah, I think she was. Huh. All right.
Yeah. Heather was Asian, bro. Heather was Asian. I was always pro. I was always pro Heather.
Oh no. Oh,
You were
no.
pro Heather?
Yeah, I really was. 'Cause I liked Heather.
Dude,
You
I
like
gotta.
assholes? So you like me?
No.
I gotta close this tab because I put Heather Total Drama Island in Google Images, and now there's a whole bunch of fan images, and I'm not down for that.
Not cool, dude. You posted cringe. Not cool, dude. That was
You're
my
gonna
Chris.
lose subscriber.
That was my
Okay.
Chris McLean impression.
Another bro. I think you guys will also like this show. 16.
I like 16.
60, yeah.
I love
They came back with a
remember-
very weird thing though.
Dude.
Like it was
Yeah,
them
that
talking
was-
about like Trump and stuff. But they were like at the end they realized that they're all Canadian and it doesn't matter to them.
I didn't
Wait,
even bother watching.
16 had that spin-off show Stoked, and I thought, like, as
I
a
like
child,
Stoke. I like Stoke.
I thought it was so wild where one of them mentioned, oh yeah, I just got off the phone with my cousin, and I think they say that it's Jude or something from 16.
Yeah.
And like just finding out, because like as a child I was like, oh, the animation looks very similar, like the art style looks very similar. But then when they mentioned it and they like threw in that throwaway line, I was like, oh shit, that's wild.
Stoke's available on Netflix?
I wouldn't
I
doubt
don't
it.
even know
16's
why.
available on
Oh.
Netflix.
Is
No,
it?
they removed 16.
No, they removed 16.
Oh,
Like that.
did they?
Trust me,
I always
think
liked
so.
Stoked. I always liked Stoked. I thought Stoked was good. It's just it never got the time of day. It was
Yeah.
really weird.
As soon as 16 ended, I was like, okay, I'm popping off.
There was a lot of dumb character names though, because the black dude was named Broseph.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know why he was named Broseph, bro.
it's not like
Yeah.
Joseph.
You know one character that I couldn't stand in Total Drama Island, bro, was
Who?
Lindsay's boyfriend Tyler, the dude with the tracksuit.
Oh.
Oh, he had some redeeming qualities, but I get what you mean.
I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand DJ. I couldn't stand Duncan. I always thought Duncan was whack.
Ezekiel scared me.
I liked Ezekiel.
He's just fucking creep.
I didn't like Jeff. I didn't like Noah. Bro, I don't like any. I think Owen was the only dude that I liked. Except for Harold. Harold was pretty cool.
Cody. I feel like
Cody
you let
sucked.
me
I hated Cody.
Yeah, no.
Cody
I remember
was-
when Cody started hitting on Gwen, and I was just like, stop, please.
Cody sucked. I was not a fan of Cody. But speaking of Total Drama Island and everything that you do, they had a banging theme song. Which leads me to the topic again that we were going to get at about 10 minutes ago until Total Drama Island got brought up. Best theme, and I say this proudly, and I say this, like, man, it bothers me to say this, because I think it's a genuine tie when you look at the best theme of all time. It's like a tie between maybe Adventure Time and Steven Universe. And I hate the fan base of maybe both of them.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
But I think it's, when you look at, like, best theme songs of all time, and it's wild to say, too, because they're, like, you know, fairly recent, even though, like, Adventure Time was almost, like, what, a decade ago?
Genuinely,
Stop.
yeah.
I need you to stop. I need you to not point this out.
Yeah, it was, like, almost a decade ago
Stop.
when it aired.
Stop.
Alright, I have an unpopular.
Wait, we need to
opinion.
talk about themes, baby.
No, it's a theme.
Oh.
So, I really like the Johnny Test theme song.
Oh,
That-
It's good as hell.
No, it is.
Promise, the show is-
you know what? Actually, for like, if we're just judging theme, not what the cartoon is, I'd say you actually have a pretty good case. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
No, you have a very good case on your hands. But I think Johnny Test falls in the category of, like, if you were doing iconic themes.
Mhm.
Because, like, it's more iconic than good.
Mhm.
Because, like, if you look
Yeah.
at iconic themes, you have the Total Drama Island theme, right? Then you have Johnny Test, and then probably on its own fucking tier alone would be the Ed and Eddie theme. The
Oh,
whistles.
yeah.
Boy,
I'm sorry. What happened to the Teen Titans theme?
The Teen Titans theme.
That shit memorable as fuck.
Put that on maybe one of the best themes, because, like,
But-
I don't think it's in the realm of iconic.
Really?
I think it's in the realm of, like, being a genuine good song that you can listen to.
I really.
Yeah, because, like, the Teen Titans themes are you could listen to. I think, especially the Japanese one.
oh hell yeah. that like was a banger. Like I didn't like Teen Titans growing up, but I like would tune in like a little bit just to hear the theme song and then leave.
Yo, there was also their Oingo Boingo variation, bro, where like the dude that came out of Robin's eye would like sing the theme.
Ah, yes, I too enjoy Teen Titans Go.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the normal Teen Titans.
No, the
No,
normal Teen Titans, like it
no,
happens. It happens
because-
when he has the parasite in his eyeball.
Wait. Hold on. It's because in JoJo, alright, we're gonna
Oingo
keep
Boingo.
there's this character, or, well, these two characters named the Oingo Boingo brothers. Point is, one of them has this ability to see the future, but they can only do it using this comic book, but the comic book looks like a distorted version of reality. The distorted version of reality is used for one of the endings of JoJo, and it kind of just like all kind of fucked up. The joke is, Teen Titans Go is the fucked up version of Teen Titans.
Bro,
That's
Oingo
a
Boingo.
haha funny joke.
Haha funny.
Yes.
It's like, I think it falls into the realm of being more iconic than anything, right?
Yeah, we're talking about iconic. Chowder's pretty iconic.
Yeah, no, it is. Chowder's 1,000,000% iconic.
You take the moon
And you take the sun. You
You
take everything that seems like fun. You
Yeah.
stir it up and then
Oh,
you're
wait,
done.
yeah.
Rada, 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 rada. So come on in, feel free to do some looking. Stay a while, cause something's always cooking. Come on in, feel free to do some looking. Stay a while, cause something's always cooking. Yeah! Food, food,
So,
food.
Yeah, alright. My man knows it.
It's iconic, bro. Yeah.
why haven't you mentioned the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
I
yet?
said this at the beginning of the episode. And I think the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy has a banging theme song, but it falls under the realm of being iconic.
Mhm.
It falls under the realm of being like, it's a bang and iconic theme. Just like the I think the 16th theme falls under that category of good themes, because like when you're sitting there, right, and all you hear is the do no 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 do, and then like the boy comes in, he's like, "Laughing is after school." Yo, bro, that shit slaps, right?
Shut
Shit
up.
slaps.
But yeah, you're right.
Shit slaps. I think it falls under the realm of being a good theme. There's a difference between being a good song and being like an iconic song, I guess. It's iconic in the sense of Ed and Eddie, where it's just like a bunch of whistling. It's
Yeah.
iconic for the Total Drama Island theme. It's iconic for like the regular show theme.
Mhm.
Is it really a theme?
Yes, it is. It literally is.
Like,
Wow.
it's like,
Wow. It literally is a theme, and it's iconic, bro. Cause you can time the whamp on all that shit, and like it just falls under the category. But I personally do believe like if it's a tie between Adventure Time and Steven Universe, and there's been different variations of both of those, and it's hard to pinpoint which one is like better, because they're both honestly like personally really good songs. And I hate to say that about the Steven Universe theme, because I hate the fan base.
I'm pretty
Hey.
sure Steven Universe takes it just by a bit, only because of like the variations and stuff, and like
Well, the thing is,
fact that
it happens
has
with Adventure Time.
significance.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it also has significance like within the actual show.
Well, yeah,
as
it does.
well.
That's what happens with Adventure Time, bro. The intros change
That's-
regardless of the with
No.
the situation.
No, I know. Like, I'm not saying that they change, right? Like, you get the Diavolo version of the Adventure Time opening,
No, you do.
but I'm talking about within the show.
Oh yeah.
We are the Crystal Gems, right? That is a song that Steven plays. Like, it's something that has significance to him.
And he grows
within the show.
along with it.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it's the fact that it's relevant to the show itself that just like gives it that extra like significance to me that will make me put it on top.
Yeah, no, I get that 100%. And with that, I'm gonna bring you up with another question. Let's talk about seasonal content.
Oh.
Seasonal content.
Seasonal content that happens on Cartoon Network, and I sort of mean this in the realm of like Goosebumps, and
Oh, okay.
and like Scary Godmother, and stuff
Okay.
like that, like seasonal content.
And Over the Garden
And Over the
Wall.
Garden Wall, yeah, stuff like that, seasonal content. And when it comes to like best seasonal content, I will say the best cartoon to air on Cartoon Network is Over the Garden Wall. But like obviously, yeah, it's Over the Garden Wall. And like when it comes to best seasonal content, I think what takes it is probably Scary Godmother.
You
Those
think so?
movies, yeah, those movies, nutty. You know the gay werewolf that eats all the snacks?
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll leave this conversation topic to like both of you because
You don't know any
I've
seasonal
seen-
content, bro?
I can't differentiate like what exactly is like a Cartoon Network IP and what is like something that they got the license for and they're just like airing on their network. My memory is not that good on this subject.
Goosebumps.
Was that Cartoon Network?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Every Halloween.
Yeah.
Because remember, Nickelodeon had their own like Spooktober thing, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Disney
that
Channel had Spooktober was Disney Channel. Nickelodeon had their own like Halloween thing, but Disney Channel had Spooktober where they would air like their own Halloween themed movies and stuff like that,
Yeah.
which were really good. Honestly, that's a different episode. But Cartoon Network had like Goosebumps and all their shit, and Nickelodeon had their own stuff, but they all had individual like exclusive things that would only air on Halloween. That weren't like their traditional like SpongeBob or like Teen Titans for Cartoon Network and stuff like that. So Goosebumps would air on.
What was like their spiritual sequel to? Was it The Haunting Hour? That was like supposed to be.
a pretty much different thing.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Huh. What was that exactly?
Garbage is what it was.
Garbage.
Because nothing beats Goosebumps, especially the one Goosebumps that kept me up at night as a child. There's one with the puppet.
Oh, Slappy?
Yeah.
Slappy.
And that one spooked the hell out of me. I remember I was at my grandma's house. She was like, "Stop being a bitch." But she didn't say that. She just told me to stop like being spooked because like it wasn't real. And I was like,
Just stop.
"Grandma, please, Slappy's coming." She was like, "Don't worry, Goosebumps Slappy isn't real." And then Goosebumps
Slappy?
and Goosebumps Slappy kicked down the door. Shit, I mean, I remember that was like the fucking shit that like got me, bro. I was like, "No, I can't do this anymore." Don't. She was like, "You're 6." I was like, "Yeah, exactly, I can't." I'm a grown man now because it's Slappy.
Can't do it.
Man, seasonal content's the best, man. Stuff that only airs during, you know, like for example, Grandma got run over by a fucking reindeer, dude.
I made my first friend in kindergarten talking about that.
Exactly that.
So sweet.
I was like, she was humming, and I was like, "Oh my god, did you watch? Grandma got ran over by a reindeer last night." She's like, "Yeah." We're best friends for like 2 weeks.
Exactly, bro. Like I remember, I would leave my grandma voicemails and go, "Grandma got run over by a reindeer," and then she would call me back and be like, "I didn't get ran over," and I think it was the nicest thing in the world because like she'd actually like follow up on it. And you're like, "Grandma, I didn't get run over," and I'm like, "Grandma, yeah, you did. I just watched it." Like that's a cartoon.
Stupid.
It was that, and there was there was all of the other reindeer, and all of the other reindeer was really good, bro. The goat, maybe. I loved all of the other reindeer. It would air every Christmas, along with the Billy and Mandy Christmas movie. Actually, side question. All right, seasonal content done with, and there's gonna be a little good one here. We're gonna talk about the 3 Billy and Mandy movies. I'm not gonna count the 4th one with Hostel Gato and the rest of the goons, because I'm gonna keep that its own movie. There's Velma Dee and the Spider Queen. There's the Halloween one, and there's Oogie Boogie, the pirate one. Which is the best and which is the worst? Like worst to best right now.
Bad news, Nick. I don't remember.
I'm hurt.
You're hurt.
Hurt.
All right.
Wait, do you know Angel?
Wrath of the Spider Queen is definitely on top.
That number 1.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you.
Didn't watch the other ones.
No. I don't remember them as vividly. I really just remember the fucking Wrath of the Spider Queen one. I just think like there's some wild ass shit.
Alright, man. I'm gonna personally say the best one is the Christmas one. Because they kill Santa Claus.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
And it's all Mrs. Claus's fault.
Oh wow, I actually remember that.
And that's the best one. Then after that goes the Boogeyman one, where they're pirates. Because they have to go get the Infinity Gauntlet. And then after that would be Velma and the Spider Queen. And I really like Velma and the Spider Queen. But the pirate one is honestly very much like maybe I want to put it on the same plane as the fucking Christmas one, because that one is almost as good. It's because Billy sings a song called Scario at the end, right? Shit, he goes Scario, Scario, and it's like, oh damn, Billy, I don't know, I didn't know you could do that, Chief. Like, damn, dropping out, but like.
Do you remember their weird?
Personally good.
Do you remember their weird parody of like? I remember it was some sort of like parody of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it was the first episode of Billy.
Was
and
it?
Mandy. It was the second episode of Billy and Mandy, because the first one is when Grim shows up and then the hamster dies. The second one is where Billy and Mandy fight in a tournament, and they completely destroy the entire city because they keep powering up.
Damn.
All right. We're slowly reaching our conclusion, and with the last few minutes here, we're gonna talk about Adult Swim. We're gonna talk about Adult Swim, and I will give the same thing here. What is the best thing to air on Adult Swim? For me, it's gonna have to be a tie between. I'm not saying Rick and Morty, because me no big brain. So me will say either Aqua Team Hunger Force or the Venture Brothers. If you haven't watched the entirety of Venture Brothers all the way through, you might be a small brain like myself.
What do you mean? It's Mr. Pickles.
I love Mr. Pickles. Mr. Pickles!
Actually.
Bro, I love Mr. Pickles.
You're...
Mr. Pickles!
Alright, wait. Okay, no. Nick, I'm going to pull, like, a rare moment of clarity. A rare moment of seriousness. I'm going to drop all irony, all jokes. I'm going to be 100% serious.
You like Rick and Morty?
Please tell me you don't like Mr. Pickles.
I do like Mr. Pickles.
Oh, no.
What is the issue with Mr. Pickles? I don't see the. If you like, listen. If you listen,
actually,
if you like Super Jail, then you are at least bad.
Nick, should have expected this from you. You like the Uncle Grandpa. I don't want this rift in our friendship, so I'm going to drop it.
No, I'm not dropping this because I want you to understand. I want you to understand this. I want you. Do you like Super Jail Angel?
I wasn't super fond of it, but like I at least like watched it.
Okay, did you watch Mr. Pickle?
Yeah, I gave it a try, but like, it just seemed like it was edgy for the sake of being edgy. It just seemed like, oh, I'm referencing saying like here, like that's the joke. It's like, I don't know, man.
You just don't know. Honestly, I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. If you want to talk about best shows on Adult Swim, it's Loiter Squad.
I was gonna bring it up. I was like, how did you not mention
Loiter Squad, baby? Just because of the most iconic scene in all of Loiter Squad. Why you got on so many necklaces? Why you got on a necklace? It's not like bits in here. Miss you, Earl. Miss you, Earl. Miss you.
Look, man.
Robot Chicken. I wasn't too fond on Robot Chicken, like in the later seasons.
I kind of slept on it.
I wasn't.
Because you had to know about like pop culture, and like I was just a young dumb kid, dude.
I remember I didn't know anything I didn't know anybody in it. I was just watching people get like fucking exploded, and I'm just like, this is scary. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Bro, that show slapped.
I really enjoyed the Boondocks.
They're bringing it back, and I'm very happy that they are.
Are they?
Yes.
I'm so happy. That actually made my day.
I love me some Boondocks.
What? Something I like got into not when I was a child, but like more recently was the Eric Andre show.
I have mixed feelings on the Eric Andre show.
Really?
Yeah, because I like Eric Andre. It's just like, what's the word? I think he tries too hard to be funny.
Okay.
Sometimes
I can see
it can
that.
be a little bit on the nose, but
Yeah.
Because like I can tell when like he's being funny because like that's his shtick, right? Just to be like really awkward and like, just do a bunch of random shit. But sometimes it doesn't work because like he said a million times in a couple of interviews that like, hey, all we do is very much unscripted. Like we don't tell the celebrities anything. Some of the celebrities are just stone faced and it just doesn't work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he just like even in public when he does his like public stuff, the people are like somewhat stone faced because it looks like there's just a man embarrassing himself, and that's just how it feels when I'm watching certain things because he's just sort of like doing a bunch of dumb shit like jumping on like cop cars and people are just kind of looking at him like,
this guy's fucking high.
You good?
Like, you good, bro? And there's just sometimes where like he'll have celebrities on and like he's yelling in their faces and the celebrities aren't moving and they're all stone faced and like the celebrities aren't having any of his bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just kind of sitting there and then he tries again and then they cut to commercial. And that's the end of the entire episode because the entire episode was like 10 minutes long.
Yeah, but like even with that, I kind of find like some sort of like humor in it, and just the fact that like they're not dealing with this shit.
Well, no, that's the thing though, right? Because like I can see the humor in that, right? Depending on who it is, like depending on who it is, right? But there's just times where like it happens and you're just kind of like,
yeah, okay.
Like I don't want to use the word cringe because like I don't really feel like it is cringe.
It's more like
like it just makes you uncomfortable. I don't think that's what he's going for. I just think
right.
I think that's definitely what he's going.
No, not like that, but like I think it's more in the sense of like it's uncomfortable, like you're still laughing, right? Mm-hmm. It's just like this time around, it's just kind of like like this is. I'll use the word cringe. It's like this is like kind of cringy, Chief, where it's like you're just kind of doing all this shit, but no one's reacting to it. I'll use the analogy in wrestling, right? It's like you could do a million moves, right? You could do a fucking 450 on the top rope, a brain buster. You could like do a somersault plancha. You could do all this shit, right? And like if the crowd doesn't react, then like why did you do it?
Why'd you bother?
Like why'd you bother doing it? Because like the crowd didn't react to you.
Philosophy with Nick. If a tree falls and no one is around to hear the sound, does it really make a sound?
Honestly.
So I'm looking at the Adult Swim like list of programs right now. So, but
right.
King of the Hill is stuck between Kill la Kill and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
That is fucking
controversial topic.
Ooh, okay.
I like King of the Hill, but like, bro, is King of the Hill whack?
You just don't get it. It's mature.
No, it literally is beyond whack, bro. I don't care about Hank Hill in the slightest.
But this is not my like insult to you.
Beyond whack.
I shouldn't have expected it from you. You like Uncle Grandpa.
I do.
I remember when I was younger, I definitely really did not like King of the Hill. Like it was so. I didn't get it.
Like I can sit down and watch it. Like that's probably you're gonna say, Lily, because like I can sit down and watch it too, right? Like now, it's just like I don't like. I don't see the appeal in it. I'll watch King of the Hill because like King of the Hill's kind of funny sometimes. Just like it's just not funny most of the time, and like it's just sort of there in your face, and it's like, all right, thanks, King of the Hill. Now please let me watch adults. Now please let me watch American Dad, because this comes on next. I don't know your issue with American Dad. I like American Dad.
Wait, really? You got an issue with American Dad?
Lily cannot stand it. For some reason, every time I would put it on, she'd make me turn it off.
Alright, quick hot take. Rank all the Matt Groening TV shows.
Alright, the only good one is The Simpsons.
Futurama's
there,
American
but like
Dad.
it's only between Futurama and The Simpsons for me, honestly.
Even I mean, I never got to watch those things only because like there's like sex jokes, and whenever I got to sneak it, it was like the only thing on, or it was ending, or it was just like I watch the same episode over and over again. It's just like I don't see the humor in it.
Nothing touches The Simpsons, you know that for a fact. Nothing's touching The Simpsons.
Yeah, The Simpsons, especially the first like 5 seasons.
All right, boys, we're wrapping this up.
Whoa, hold on. Nah, I gotta. Wait, hold on. Futurama, best. That's all I gotta say. Now you can wrap this shit up.
Futurama's good, but you know it's not The Simpsons.
Futurama, best.
All right, boys, we're gonna have to do another episode of this. We're gonna have to talk about Cartoon Network, and I will strongly say I cannot talk about any of their live-action shit before I didn't watch any of it. I watched iCarly.
Hey, let's go.
We gotta do a Disney because there's gotta be an
Gibby.
iCarly,
Like Gibby.
Gibby.
All right, boys, you can catch us. You can catch us on any other episode because we're doing more of these. At the end of the day, you know, have yourself a damn good one. I love you all. Bye bye.
Peace, peace.
You're gonna say bye there.